Welcome to a new story. At the end of the tale, you'll find a list of important vocabulary from the story itself. Don't miss it. The Lost Library of Whispering Pines. Deep in the heart of a whispering pine forest lived a curious little fox named Finley. Unlike other foxes who loved chasing mice and napping in the sun, Finley was obsessed with stories. He would sneak into the village library, listening wide-eyed as the old librarian, Mrs. Honeycomb, read aloud. One sunny afternoon, Finley sat by the window, lost in a tale of pirates and buried treasure. Suddenly a gust of wind swept through the library, snatching a worn book from a shelf. It fluttered open, revealing a faded map with a red X marking a spot in Whispering Pines. Finley's heart thumped. Could it be a real treasure map? He couldn't resist the adventure. Chapter 1. The Whispering Secret. With the map tucked under his arm, Finley raced towards the forest. Sunlight dappled through the tall pines, casting long shadows that danced with the wind. The air hummed with a constant whisper, like a secret everyone knew but wouldn't share. Finley followed the map, dodging ancient trees and leaping over babbling brooks. He spotted a gnarled oak with a peculiar hollow in its trunk. The map's red X pointed right at it. Could this be where the treasure was hidden? Hesitantly, Finley poked his head inside the hollow. To his surprise, it wasn't dark at all. A soft golden light emanated from within. With a deep breath, he squeezed through the opening. Chapter 2. A World of Stories. Finley stumbled out onto a magical pathway lined with towering bookshelves that stretched as far as he could see. The golden light came from thousands of glowing books, their pages whispering secrets in the gentle breeze. His jaw dropped. He had discovered a secret library hidden within the Whispering Pines. He ran his paws across the smooth spines, their titles shimmering like gold dust. Tales of talking trees, adventures with cloud dragons, the mystery of the missing moonbeam. Each book promised an incredible journey. This was more wonderful than any treasure chest. Finley spent hours exploring the library, reading stories about brave knights, mischievous fairies, and talking animals. He learned about faraway lands, magical creatures, and the power of words to transport you anywhere. Chapter 3. The Trouble with Silence. As the day turned into twilight, Finley felt a pang of sadness. He loved this magical place, but he missed his cozy den and Mrs. Honeycomb's soothing voice. He knew it was time to go home, but as he reached for the hollow oak, a terrible silence engulfed the library. The books stopped glowing, their whispers replaced by a heavy quiet. Fear prickled Finley's fur. He remembered Mrs. Honeycomb talking about the magic of stories needing to be shared. Could this silence be a warning? Suddenly, a book materialized in the air, its pages swirling with an angry red glow. It opened, revealing a message written in glowing letters. The Whispering Pines need stories. Share them or the library fades. The book slammed shut and the library grew even darker. Finley understood. The library was losing its magic because its stories weren't being shared, not read by anyone. But how could a little fox like him spread stories from a hidden library? Chapter 4. The Sharing Fox. With a heavy heart, Finley squeezed through the hollow and emerged back in the forest. The whispers had returned, and the woods seemed a bit brighter. He had to find a way to share the magic of the hidden library, even if others couldn't visit it. The next day, Finley returned to the village library. Mrs. Honeycomb was surprised to see him back so soon. He nudged a stack of forgotten books with his paw, picking the one about talking trees. "Mrs. Honeycomb," he squeaked, "have you ever heard a tree whisper?" The old librarian smiled, intrigued. Finley did his best to retell the story he had read, making the trees sway and rustle his paws to mimic their voices. Mrs. Honeycomb's eyes widened with delight. She had never heard a story told quite like that. Finley continued to visit the library, sharing stories he had read in the forest. He'd imitate the flapping wings of cloud dragons in the adventure tale and puff out his chest for the brave night stories. Soon the villagers flocked to the library, captivated by Finley's unique narrations. Chapter 5. Whispers Return. One day, while Finley was sharing a story about a mischievous fairy, a warm golden light flooded the library. The villagers gasped. Finley knew the Whispering Pines library was regaining its magic. He raced back to the secret library, his heart brimming with joy. The books glowed brightly, their whispers filling the air once more. A new book materialized near the entrance, its pages shimmering with gratitude. It opened, displaying a message. "Thank you, little fox, for sharing the magic of stories. Whispering Pines will forever whisper your tale." Finley beamed. He had saved the library, not by finding treasure, but by sharing its wonders with others. He knew he could never reveal the location of the hidden library, but that didn't matter. He had brought the magic of stories out into the world, and that was a treasure far greater than any gold. From that day on, Finley became a beloved storyteller in the village. His tales were filled with fantastical details gleaned from the hidden library, sparking the imaginations of young and old alike. He even inspired Mrs. Honeycomb to venture deeper into the forest, searching for the source of his remarkable stories. Though she never found the hidden library itself, she returned with a newfound appreciation for the magic that whispered through the pines. Finley continued to be a bridge between the hidden library and the village. He learned new stories every time he visited, his voice carrying the whispers of the pines further than ever before. The library flourished, its magic fueled by the power of shared stories. And so, the legend of the little fox who saved the library by sharing its tales became a cherished whisper itself, carried on the wind through the Whispering Pines forevermore. List of keywords from the story along with their meanings in English. Curious, eager to know or learn something. Obsessed, preoccupied with or constantly worrying about something. Fluttered, moved or flew rapidly and lightly. Gnarled, knobbly, rough and twisted, especially with age. Hesitantly, with pauses or uncertainty. Peculiar, strange or odd, unusual. Emanated, issued, or spread out from. Brimming, filled to the point of overflowing. Awe, a feeling of reverential respect mixed with fear or wonder. Deeper, extending far down from the top or surface. Venture, a risky or daring journey or undertaking. Appreciation, recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. Imitate, copy the actions, appearance, or sound of someone or something. Captivated, attract and hold the interest and attention of charm. Materialized, become actual fact happen. Swirling, move in a twisting or spiraling pattern. Gratitude, the quality of being thankful. Readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. Cherished, held dear, valued highly. Bridge, a structure carrying a road, path, railroad, or canal across a river, ravine, road, railroad, or other obstacle. Flourished, grow or develop in a healthy or vigorous way, especially as the result of a particularly favorable environment. Whispers, low, soft voices. Sunlight, light from the sun. Babbling, making the sound of water flowing gently over stones. Hollow, having a hole or empty space inside. Enveloped, wrap up, cover, or surround completely. Pang, a sudden sharp pain or painful emotion. Cautiously, carefully, with attention to possible risks or dangers. Prickled, feel a sensation like sharp points sticking into one's skin. Delight, great pleasure. Inhabitant, a person or animal that lives in or occupies a place. Source, a place, person or thing from which something comes or can be obtained. Remarkable, worthy of attention, striking. Treasure, a quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable objects. Venture, a risky or daring journey or undertaking. Appreciation, recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. Extraordinary, very unusual or remarkable. Regaining, recover or return to a normal or usual state or condition. Gratitude, the quality of being thankful. Readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. Cherished, held dear, valued highly. Whispering, spoken in a very soft or quiet voice. Sneak, to move quietly and stealthily. Wide-eyed, having eyes wide open, especially with amazement, surprise, or innocence. Swept, past tense of sweep, meaning to move or remove something with a broom or brush. Dodging, avoiding something by a sudden quick movement. Dappled, marked with spots or rounded patches. Hummed, to make a low, steady, continuous sound like that of a bee. Constant, occurring continuously over a period of time. Secret, something kept hidden or not known about. Soothing, having a calming, comforting, or alleviating effect. Remarkable, worthy of attention, striking. Sparked, past tense of spark, meaning to give off small flashes of light or energy. Imagination, the faculty or action of forming new ideas, images, or concepts of external objects not present to the senses. Grasp, to seize and hold firmly. Reluctantly, with hesitation, doubt, or dread. Venture, a risky or daring journey or undertaking. Intrigued, fascinated, or interested. Captivated, attract and hold the interest and attention of charm. Materialized, become actual fact, happen. Appreciation, recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. Inspiration, the process of being mentally stimulated to do